Listen, I have a story time, y'all. And I'm needing y'all opinion on this situation because I am just so tired of bad experiences when it relates to our hair salons, our nail salons as women. Just it be some wild experiences, and I today just took me for a loop. And y'all know that I recently did a hair vlog, of course, of my mom maintenance day, getting my twist. And I haven't had twists in, remember I told y'all, 4 years since I've had my last twist braids. And I'm happy with the quality of the braids. I was happy with, the install for the braids and everything. But hey, y'all, hey. But I just cannot believe what happened today. So I had to go back to the shop because I got my hair braided, I think maybe a week ago. I had these twists installed. And when I got home from the install, and not right away, I'll say maybe like 2 days later, because you remember when the braids are tight, we're not manipulating the braids a lot. So I finally go to pull my hair up and I realized that there was one braid that was not braided. And it's in a little sneaky spot. So I'm like, okay, there's a possibility, y'all, right here, literally, of them not catching that braid. Like they made a mistake. They missed it. So I go into the braid shop today, and mind you, the salon owner, who's the person that did my hair, was one of the women. She was there eating her food and watching TV, and had one other braider there. It was no clients. It was dead. So I walk up to her and said, hey, y'all forgot to braid one braid. She looked at me, she said, jerk her face around like, huh? I said, yeah, there's one braid that you forgot to braid. She said, no, 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 no. Now, I don't have a problem braiding your hair, but you don't have to lie. I looked at the lady and said, listen, I'm a grown woman. This hairstyle was not a promo hairdo. I paid my money. I bring my children here. So why do I have to sit up here and lie about one braid? And this shop is, honestly, it's a drive and a commute away from my house. So when she looked at me and told me that I was lying, that the one little braid, y'all, that was missed, I don't know how it was missed. I just know when they first did it, my hair was tight, so I didn't manipulate, I didn't pull it up, I wasn't trying to style it. But when I saw that it was one braid, of course, I'm not even in a scurry to drive 35 minutes, back to her shop to get that one braid done. So I'm going to go when it's convenient for me and I'm on that side of town. So today was the day. I'm out running errands. I'm popping to the shop. I just cannot believe that she told me I was a liar. That I'm lying, and I took down that one braid, that one little single braid. I took it down just to have to come up there and have her rebraided. And I started going kind of like, excuse me? That's my mom. Like, why do I have to lie to you? A person lie because they're afraid of whatever may happen because of the truth. Or whatever other reason they lie. Something wrong with them. But whatever it is, that wasn't my case. So I'm just like, what makes somebody sit here and tell a grown woman that they're lying about one missing braid? And I could see if it was in the front where I done took it out myself. Sylvia, I'm telling you, I was sitting there. We started kind of going back and forth. Then she brought age into it. I'm an elder. That's disrespectful. I'm like, what is disrespectful? I don't even use profanity. I'm not cursing at you. And I'm offended because you're calling me a liar and I'm the paying customer and I'm the customer that's really not lying. So I don't know what they go through as braiders or what in their mind. I don't know, y'all. It was one braid. And then mind you, I bring my two daughters and now I finally came myself. So you're talking about 3 clients, through just me. And then to sit here and call me a liar to my face. But I didn't say you lied. Ma'am, when I said that you forgot to braid a braid and your expression was, with the lips and everything, y'all. I was standing there like, why are you doing that? I said, lady, I said I have no reason to lie. And in this same tone, thank you, Shanika. In that same tone, y'all. So I started to go back and forth with her a little bit, like, no, I'm not. And then y'all know at that point you're out talking each other. You're not even, you're not even getting your point across at this point. Both of y'all are over talking. And I said, you know what? At this point, I just literally went Beyonce mute and just walked out because I said, you know what? At the end of the day, thank you. At the end of the day, she's losing 3 clients. And then 2, you don't want somebody on your head with that kind of energy anyway. After she was doing all that, I'm lying. All I need to do is tell her that I took the braid down for her to put it back in. I'm not going to lie for you to, lady, I don't even owe you no explanation. Okay? And I didn't have to take a 30-something minute drive to come see you off of one braid. But y'all, like the horror stories when it comes to shops and salons nowadays, I don't know what is going on with the state of customer service. And I'm not saying that the customer is always right, but I'm saying use your common sense and logic. This lady coming here, I never have an issue. I tip well. Of course, I'm normally doing content and everything. Why would I come in here, take one little bitty braid down from the side of my head and say, I'm going to go in there and lie and say that they forgot to braid it even though it was me? That would be something I feel like would be something wrong with me at that point if I'm willing to lie about something so small. So I don't know what kind of people she's used to dealing with, what kind of clients she's used to dealing with. And it would definitely be less than 5 minutes just to keep somebody happy. But really, they really messed up. They missed the braid. It wasn't me. And just granted, I just didn't feel like driving 35 minutes to do it. I had other stuff I need to do. I just didn't care enough. So I was going to go when it was convenient for me. But I told her, I said, listen, lady, I don't lie. I have no reason to lie to you. You're not my mother. I'm not your child. And I'm not afraid. I didn't tell her that. But I'm just thinking like in my mind, none of those boxes are checked. So I have no reason to walk in here and lie. And then even if I had to pay $2, and that's all that's worth paying. But for one braid, I'm not even tripping on that either. But if I had to and it was because of me, oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. But I had to walk away from that situation. Remember I told y'all them L's? Them L's are those lessons, not losses, them lessons. So I had to say, Tan, what is the lesson in that? And if I had to sit back like I've done the whole ride home, y'all, and sit in kind of thinking about it, I had to laugh a little bit because I just think it's so ridiculous and so beneath me. And yes, I'm gonna say beneath me because if somebody is on a business owner and they lack the common sense to have good customer service and to say, wow, okay, she said, in 20 years, I ain't never had this happen. Ma'am, mistakes happen. I can't explain to you why out of all your 20 years, it was me. I have no idea. But I started being like, you know what? You can't, y'all take it from saying you cannot argue with crazy. You will never win against crazy. They'll never hear you. They'll never understand what you're saying. You're just wasting time and energy. And I realized I didn't have that to waste. So I turned around and I walked out this shop because I said, you know what? While she's up here in the whole shop warming up her food and watching African soap opera, y'all know I love the African soap opera, but you're not having clients in here, and I wonder why. And maybe that's one of the reasons. Because the way you deal with customers, and actually, I saw that actually happen. Oh, snap. Okay, now it's all coming back to me, y'all. When I was getting these twists in, it was a former client of hers. I guess she hadn't been there in a while because she came in. She's like, remember me? That kind of thing. And the lady was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. She wanted faux locks. And anybody that had faux locks, no. If you want a high percentage of having your hair cut out, it's with those braids. So, I mean, with that style. So she came in and she was trying to get her to remember her and things like that. And the lady was like, yeah, the shop owner was like, yeah, no, I remember you. And granted, when you have been burned by a shop before, y'all know we move forward with fear. You be scared to try a new shop. So that's when you in the mirror, that first couple braids, and you like, hold on, let me see. I don't know. You're doing that, and you just want to be able to trust again. But until you get to that point, you're going to be watching. You're going to be watching what they're doing. So the lady is like, I want faux locks and I don't want you to twist the hair. I want it done this way. I want to do it that way. So, of course, I'm just listening, minding my own business, but I'm listening. And I'm like, okay, well, this is probably one of those difficult clients because she would have them part the hair, take a picture, look at the part. She would have them part this section. She wanted to see every step of the process. And y'all, I wasn't nowhere near like that. But she did. Now, when I thought about it, when she came in and she was talking to the person doing my hair, which was the owner, she was talking to her kind of like standing, in front of me. And she was like, I need you to fold. Do you fold the hair? She was trying to do a demonstration. And she asked one of the other braiders that work at the shop, like, can I demonstrate on your hair? The lady was like, what? Like, her face and everything was very off. And I don't know, sometimes y'all know things get lost in translation and there can be a language barrier. So some things in English that we say or our tone, voice inflection we know when somebody have an attitude. We know about mannerisms. There's different body language and stuff. So I could see how that could be offensive the way the lady like, huh? To her. So I was like, you know what, you can do it on mine. And my hair, but y'all know it was tight and I ain't need to be moving them. But I was just like, lady here, just trying to help a sister along. So she demonstrated on my hair, everything. And the lady was like, asked her something about her length. And she had just come from doing a demonstration using my hair and stuff like that. And she was like, no, my hair is not as long as hers. And the lady was like, no, your hair is just nappy. And y'all know that is a sensitive word in the hair community. Granted, I probably say my hair ain't nappy. I don't know. The lady was not a type that like nappy, the word nappy. And she was like, it's not nappy, it's kinky. So I was like, oh, snap. She was offended. So again, this is the braider, the owner, the shop owner, not really using her logic, her common sense. Why would you sit there and call somebody's hair nappy? So that was strike one. And even her daughter in the shop who was working across from her daughter was younger. She just came in to kind of help out. She was like, mommy, went into her dialect, her language, explaining to her how her calling somebody's hair nappy can be offensive. So now that I think about today and me walking in, like, hey, y'all forgot to do one braid on my hair. Could you put it back in? And her telling me that I was a liar, that I unbraided my hair and she didn't have a problem putting it back in, but she wanted me to tell the truth. Mommy, you is not my mommy. And I have no reason to lie to you. I don't lie. What I realized that lying is only avoiding an outcome that is the inevitable, okay? And honestly, with lies, you only make stuff worse. And if I'm a lie, baby, it ain't gonna be about something small like one little piece of braid that I drove 35 minutes to come up here and lie about. Ma'am, I got way other stuff to be doing with my time and energy than that. So it just made me think, like, sometimes y'all gotta really pick and choose your battles. So if I had to say what was my lesson that I walked away from, that was like, common sense is not common. Good customer service now is not common. Courtesy is not common. The benefit of the doubt is not common anymore. So not everything that warrants a dialogue back and forth in an argument, you don't have to accept it. Remember, me going back and forth with this lady gave nothing to me. Besides, I'm like, dang, I'm a paying customer. I bring 3 heads in here, and actually do content and everything. And you up here gonna give me a back and forth and lip service about a mistake that you really made. But I didn't walk away feeling like I lost anything, y'all. I could care less about this one little bitty braid, y'all. I may even try to put it, who care? I'll pop into a shop somewhere that's local. But I always say that everything happens for a reason. Y'all know I say that. So that L that I took from that situation, which is a lesson, is to pick and choose your battles and know that your energy, your money, you can spend it elsewhere. Your time. So not all people, places, and things are worth your time. And when you have situations where you're like, dang, that's lacking the common, like basic common sense, basic common courtesy, customer service, y'all learn to walk away. Because I could have sat there and went back and forth with that lady all day. And she even tried to victimize herself by using her age, saying I'm being disrespectful. Ma'am, your age has nothing to do with the business. Remember, now you're addressing me to my this your shop and all that stuff. Okay, this is your shop and I'm a paying customer in your shop. So this has nothing to do with your age. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Sorry, y'all, I need my Stanley cup. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But instead of arguing back and forth with her, y'all, I got in my vehicle. I drove off and I'm gonna go find another shop. But her, in that instance, you lost 3 customers in one interaction. And then pay attention, because when she called somebody's hair nappy and you were kind of like, oh my God. That already let me know that she's kind of unaware of what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Lady coming here for you to style her hair. Imagine going to a beautician. And I think we don't hold braiders to the same standard that we hold, beauticians that actually style and wash your hair, perm, all that stuff. But I said, wow, if you sat in a stylish chair and she sat up there and called your hair nappy, your hair's just nappy. That's what's wrong with it. You like, lady, that is not appropriate. And it's not that she has to feel that it's appropriate. She just has to be aware that the customer, that paying person in that chair and in that shop may find it offensive. So you would want to speak with intention. Y'all know I always say intention. The words that come out our mouth, let it be to build, let it be to be able to understand, and not be tearing people down or to try to discredit somebody, or let it have no ill will. When I speak to somebody, I have no intention. I did not walk in that shop like, hey, you messed up my hair. You need to come over here. I did not do any of that. Y'all know I ain't coming here with that energy. So for her to come at me like, you a liar, I was like, man, what is wrong with her? But again, remember me, I'm going to look at it like, what's wrong with her? Because I know, one, I came correct, and that's just with respect, because I'm a respectful woman. If I want somebody to respect me, I'm going to lead with respect. But don't take what somebody else do. Remember, that's how they choose to handle situations. That's how they choose to respond. And our response to that can be no response. I said, oh, baby, this is not even worth my energy. And with that being said, I said, you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm done. And I just walked out. The lesson in that is, remember, pick and choose your battles. Some people don't even have the mental depth to go back and forth with you. And back and forth is not an argument. Back and forth is trying a dialogue. So when I say back and forth, the whole purpose of being able to communicate through language, through sign, is to be able to understand each other. And take that in the situation, I'll take that and apply that to everything. When I talk to my children, I say the whole purpose that mommy's talking to you is because I want you to understand me. And when you speak, I want to be able to understand you. In a marriage, in a relationship, you should be able to speak and use language to understand the other person and get your point across so that they can understand you. Now, when you're talking and the other person is just waiting to rebuttal to get their point across, you are not having a productive, conducive dialogue back and forth. Y'all are just bickering. That lady was talking when I was talking, and y'all, I haven't had a situation like that happen in a long time. So I was kind of like, I was taken off guard by it for a minute, but then I had to remember who I was. And I'm not a woman that's going to be going back and forth with no one, especially over something that I know I'm right. And it ain't even not a right or wrong. Remember, I just know I wasn't lying. I know that I was being honest. So I don't have to sit here and argue. I don't have to, I don't have to go back and forth. But remember, just the art of communication. Remember, God gave us, remember what I say, y'all, 2 of everything that you need. You need 2 eyes so that we can see. We need 2 ears so that we can listen and hear. We got 2 arms to hold and carry our kids and to carry things moving right. We got 2 of those. We have to. We have 2 legs to walk, to run, to balance. We got 1 mouth. So be okay with using that less and less. When I tell you I'm now the queen of the mutes, I gives no time, no energy. Because I always be like, I don't have, y'all, on my song, no time to waste. I have no time to waste. I have no energy left to give. And it's not that I'm depleted of energy. I just don't have it for you. I don't have it for this situation. Lady, I'm not going to do this with you. What kind of clients do you have where you sitting up here saying that people are lying over little things after they've spent a lot of money with you? So that's just bad, poor judgment. So I'm telling y'all, be okay with being that person. Like, man, I don't have the energy for this. I like, remember, he who angers you controls you. Why? Because they're going to be able to stop you in your tracks and make you give that energy. And let me tell you, a person that is negative, they don't care. A person that's attention seeking, they don't care what kind of energy you give. They just want your time. They don't care if it's arguing. They just want you to give. So I'm telling you that y'all being able to be like, man, I don't have it to give. It is a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful, now, you know what? And people, I think growing up, you think of the big bad wolf, the loudest, the stronger, the this, the that. That's the strongest person. Let me tell you, there's so much power in silence. There's so much power in no reaction. He who angers you controls you. Who can provoke you controls you. Because they can say, you know what? I know how to command this type of response. I know how to consume your time. I know how to take your energy. Like, no, 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 no. Y'all, I'm telling you, being a woman that don't play with her time, her energy, and her peace is a woman that is untouchable. You're unmoved by the things that's going on worldly. Unmoved, unshaken. You can't, baby, you can't shake me. You can't stir me. You can't do none of that. And that's what I had to realize in that moment. I'm like, it's not even worth arguing for it. It's one braid. And me sitting up here going back and forth with you is not gonna get, I don't even want you in my head at this point. I don't even want to bring my kids here at this point. And now I realize what you did to that other woman and call her hair nappy, embarrassing her where she had to correct you in front of everybody. Even your daughter scolded you. Now I realize, like, and that too, pay attention. What somebody do to offend and harm other people, don't think that you're so far away from being a person they're going to harm and talk to any kind of way and do the same way. Remember, let a person show you who they are and believe that is who they are. And you, oh, she didn't know. Come on. Remember, you should always be thinking with people in mind, especially if that's your business. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for being on the live, too. But I had to come on. I was like, man, this is story time. You know, and that's just one bad hair experience that I'm another story to put in my hair horror chronicles. Because I have, you know, where they cut even my daughter's hair out with those faux locks. I told y'all that's a dangerous style. And the braider actually said, hey, Tan, you know what? I love the faux locks, but they're very difficult to take out. You need to actually bring her in to have the faux locks taken out. And of course, you can be like, okay, this is somebody I've been going to for years. It's not a money grab to pay for a takedown. You know, so I'm going to believe what she's saying. When it was time to take my daughter hair out, I brought her back to the shop as the lady told me to do. And that's what I normally do. I'll bring them washed, normally washed, they'll rebraid. But this time she actually had to take down the hair, wash it, and rebraid it. So by the time I went back to pick her up, her hair was already braided. She stayed fully braided for like a month and maybe a month and a half, something like that. And when I went to take my daughter's hair down, y'all, Tiana had a patch in the front of her hair that was this short. Mind you, Tiana's hair is very long. So while the other hair is up here, this one's there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world? And it was a blunt cut too. So it was very even. It was not like it broke off somehow and whatever. And then I went to take down the center of her hair, and it was another patch that was blunt and very short. So I was like, oh my God, you know, her hair is cut out. Her hair is, you know, is cut. My baby started crying about her hair, for one. And that's her response to it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's just hair. You know, it's hers. And somebody cut it out of her head. So I'm like, oh my God, my baby's crying. So I messaged the braider and I'm like, hey, you know, I took Tiana's hair down, you cut her hair. And I know it's you. Because you took the hair down, you washed the hair, and rebraided the hair. You know that lady told me it wasn't her, y'all. And she didn't do it. I felt again, I'm like, man, I've been coming to this lady for years. What is it about accountability? Like if you said, Tan, hey Tan, you know what? I know you brought Tiana in and I cut, a couple, I end up cutting her hair, a few braids. I'm so sorry. These are some products I suggest, Tan. This is what I'm gonna do. We can move forward. Y'all, honesty is the way forward instead of a lie. Yeah, thank Jordan. Y'all, if y'all on the live, do that. Do me a favor. Go ahead and like the video. Let me know, y'all, that y'all like the story time and y'all are following. Or let me know that y'all have had some hair horror stories too. But, I appreciate that, Jordan. Y'all, when I see the likes and the interaction, it does let me know we're in the right area. But, y'all, she lied. She said she didn't do it, but I'll assume responsibility. Lady, who else is going to assume responsibility if you are the only one to take her hair down and to rebraid it? So I'm like, what? You're going to assume responsibility. And of course, remember, I'm a lady that it's all about accountability. If I can't trust you, now I don't trust you. You're lying about, and it's not a small thing, right? That's what you do. You're there to grow hair, to make sure that it's done properly. This is hopefully what you train for, whatever the certifications are, right? We're entrusting you to do it and do it right. So for you to do it wrong and not even confess and say, you know what, Tan, you know what, it's right. She braided it anyway. I'm a Brady anyway. Come on, lady. I was definitely going to see. Anybody know me know that I'm in tune with what's going on with my children. I'm a mom that is involved. So how am I not going to miss my baby having a bang, one-sided bang, and then a huge patch in the middle of her hair gone? So I don't know if she was like, I'll deal with it whenever it come up or whatever it is. But y'all, the horror stories of the braid shop. But and this is where, you know what, I call it stupid tax, right? But actually, now that I think about it, that same person that cut my baby hair out, her mom cut my hair. And I went to go have braids taken down. And she was like, this is not your hair. I was like, ma'am, they didn't add, maybe it was a sew-in that I was having taken down. Maybe it was a sew-in. Y'all know sometimes they add additional hair to the foundation of your sew-in. But I think this particular stylist didn't add hair. So I was telling the lady, I said, hey, don't cut my hair. She's like, it's not your hair. So the lady literally is holding probably a hair about this long. She said, I've been doing hair for a very long time. I know when it's real and when it's not. Y'all, that lady took my hair down. And you should have seen the stupid look on her face when she realized, like, this was her hair. And I'm like, I can't lose for winning. I think after that, y'all probably end up doing a big chop on my hair. After that happened. And I remember sharing the story and I didn't know that was the lady's mom at the time either. Actually, when I said I haven't had it in 4 years, the lady that used to do my twist was the one that cut Tiana's hair out. So I hadn't had them since that lady. But I remember sharing this story with her. I'm like, hey, I had my hair cut out, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, that's my mommy. That's my mom. I don't care. Remember, I'm not lying. So I'm not going to fabricate it. Your mom cut my hair then. Well, your mama cut my hair. And now you done cut my daughter hair. We got some problems, y'all. Oh my gosh. Again, y'all. And then her mama didn't want to take accountability. And look at her daughter doing the same thing. So I don't know what it is, y'all, at this point. So stay tuned for some more mom maintenance hair vlogs, because now I'm on the search for a new hair salon here in Atlanta, Georgia, a new braid shop, new everything for me and the girls, y'all. But it's just, I walked away from that kind of lost for words in a way, because I'm like, dang, didn't expect to have to go find another shop and stuff, but I'm big on my money. Money, we earned it, baby. They all that grow on trees. I'm not outside plucking money from a tree and giving it to you. I'm working hard for my money, so I'm going to spend it where it's appreciated, where I'm valued as a customer and not viewed as a liar. And, also with a shop that doesn't take accountability. As adults, we have to take accountability because it's the only way forward. And remember, I told you, y'all can't argue with crazy. So not everybody have the depth to understand the message that you may be trying to communicate. So you have to say, you know what? You got to recognize and stop yourself in your tracks. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not giving my energy. I'm not giving my time to this. And that's what I did, y'all. And every time that has happened, I've literally stopped going to that salon and I've moved on. Because one thing about me, baby, I ain't gonna give you two times. You already shown me who you are. You don't take accountability. And I don't even trust you in nobody here. You probably try to cut my baby's hair out on purpose. And then we're gonna really have some problems. Because then I'm gonna have to call the news. But I just wanted to pop on really quick. Y'all show me some love and like the video. But y'all let me know too in the comments if y'all had hair horror stories. Because I don't know if it's just me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But what I know how to do is move on. Because one thing, what I say, life keep going, and so do we, baby. It's plenty of braid shop. It's one on every corner like a McDonald's, okay? Every corner you go to, you can get your hair braided. Oh, Lord, y'all. And even the home style. Y'all, I have customer service, y'all. It's unfortunate. But it does happen, Sylvia. I know that's right. And when it happens, what do? We move on. But I just had to share that story time and just let y'all know, take your L, which is your lesson, and just move on. And know that not every, invitation to tango is worth the dance, baby. There's more power in your silence. It's more power in your ability to not be moved by people, to not be angered by people, not to be pulling into a sunken place. You up here want to argue, you ain't got no clients that are just jumping up saying, hey, Tan, okay, one break, girl, what? Instead of that, she probably was mad because she couldn't eat her fufu. I probably interrupted her. She had the whole little TV, little stand and everything, y'all. About to watch her little show or whatever. So I don't know what was going on. And that too, you never know what's going on in people's world. So I came at the wrong time. Lunchtime. Don't go get your hair fixed, even though if they fought during lunch, because y'all, it may be a whole scene going on. You just never know what people got going on in their world. So, but I just wanted to pop on with that quick story time. Y'all, make sure y'all show me some love in the video. And if you're new to my channel, y'all make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to my channel because, again, I told y'all, this is where I'm going. I'm going YouTube all day because there's so much more to share. And I'll be dropping a week-long vlog on Saturday, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all check out my week vlog that's coming up. But I'll see y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Bye. Don't let them people make y'all upset either. Don't let them